are going to be pouring this today. The footing is all dug out and we are ready to rock. So we've got RS Pumping coming in today. They are going to basically get this footing poured for us. You can see we've had a little bit of a collapse there, and there's also a bit of a collapse over there. So unfortunately we've had to get a little bit more concrete ordered, because obviously we need to fill that with concrete. We've got our toes under there and under that edge over there as well, and we're also going to put a toe under there. So when we build this extension, we're going to be building it right up to that garden wall there. So we've spoken with building control, and obviously we need to build up off our footing. Our footing is going to come up to approximately about there, basically on the bottom of those spreaders. So what that means is we're not actually going to be able to build on top of those spreaders, because you can see that they're quite narrow, so we're not going to be able to get any bricks or blocks on top of that. So what building control has suggested is that we basically make a pocket over there in the wall, we extend our slab over here slightly, and basically put a lintel right the way across there, and then we can build straight up off the top of that. You can see where the spreaders are there and where they step up. So what we're going to have to do is basically toe in underneath there, so the concrete flows underneath, and that gives us effectively a pad. So we can break this bit out here, because obviously we still need to build up on top of these spreaders, and then we can build up straight away up there then, because our lintel will sit across and will basically run in line with these coarser bricks here. I'm not quite sure why they've stepped their step footing up, but they have. So if we put our concrete underneath in this section here, once concrete's gone off, we can then break that out, because obviously the foundation will still be solid underneath that. We can break that out, and then our lintel can sit right the way across there then, no problems, and we can build straight up off that. So that is the plan. The concrete guys are coming around 2 o'clock today, so we're going to make lots of preparations. We've got water pipes and whatever to sort out, so we'll get all that done, get all this excess dragged off the bottom, so this is nice and clean and ready for them to rock and roll. We do have a pump come in, because there is 9 cube going into this, so it's a lot to barrow. I think it's about 23 ton or something like that, 9 cube is, so we don't really fancy doing that with wheelbarrows. So we're going to get a pump. It's only going to be a short distance from there just into here, but it just makes life a lot easier, a lot more straightforward, and also a lot more efficient getting it in there, because we need to make sure it's nice and level as well. And then it will take quite a few hours basically getting barrows and barrows and barrows in here, so we don't want to be dealing with that.
Look how cool we're going to look. Should we go to the hole?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's give it a proper dry run.
Oh yeah, I like the knees. Yeah. What do you reckon, Tom?
Is this good?
We look cool?
Yeah.
There you go.
That is how you tap.
You know when you still find something on QVC that's...
For just $49.99, you can own a TAM 2.
I just used to use a normal piece of 6x2, but now look at it.
Thanks to JML.
Thanks to
All
JML.
my footings are really easy to install. Get yours at Asda and WH Smith's today. Even Joe can tamp a footing with that.
Even Joe can use it.
Right, so everything has been prepped and ready. We've got the bottom scraped out nicely. We have had a bit of a cave in a few spots which I mentioned earlier, but there's nothing to write home about, and we have got extra concrete on to accommodate for that. We've got our laser level set up, we've got the vibe ready, we've got our tamp, our amazing tamp which you've seen. Probably not available at JML, but I might write into them and see if they want it. We're just basically waiting now for the cement mix to turn up, pipe is ready, and then we can get it pumped in, and then we can go home. Let's do it. This is the vibe. This basically just helps get any air bubbles or anything like that that's inside the concrete, helps spread it out nicely, get rid of all that air so you've got a nice solid footing. Right, need a bit more over here. Only about 10 mil, 10-20 mil like that. About 50 mil over here.
Starting raining for my bike ride home. Love it.
Good morning guys. The concrete has now gone off nicely, so what I'm going to do is crack on dragging this oversight out here just to bring this down to level before we get this internal course up to damp. Potentially I've got to look at the fall here for our soil pipe, which is obviously going to be coming down in that corner like I've mentioned before. This window will be going, that'll be blocked up, and there's going to be a doorway put in through here, and the soil pipe is now going to come down this internal corner here and then run right the way across there and obviously cobble onto that inspection chamber. I don't know why I keep saying obviously this morning, because it's not all obvious, is it? I'm telling you, so now you know. What we might have to do is chip some of this away, just score some of that out to run our 4-inch through and get into there. So that will be one of the jobs. After I've done the oversight, we can have a look at that and see. So what we're going to do is basically get this all built up then. I've mentioned before we're going to put a lintel across here, so there's going to be a big boy lintel going across there, a 9x4-inch lintel which will be pocketed into the wall there and go across here and sit over here as well, so there'll be some build up off the concrete here. We'll chip this away, make that all safe and secure, and then the lintel will sit right across there, so then the wall can be built up. Because we're going tight against this garden wall here, the building inspector was concerned that we obviously couldn't build off this step footing because it's obviously not wide enough to get our brickwork on there, so our lintel will sit on top of that and then the brickwork will then continue up right tight against this wall. Guys out here have been cracking on with the brick and block work. Phil and Mark have been busy. They've got up the stud work here, so this will be the ensuite. This is what we're up against next. All this timber is knackered. Alex and John made an excellent start on the extension brickwork.